Good day, YouTube viewers. Hello, going to Cap Dutchman, aka Mr. G to the J, E to the K, aka I'll take that, aka spray all motherfuckers. And welcome to the second episode of my Borderlands 5th DLC Developers Diaries. And you're probably wondering why the hell is Borderlands not playing in the background? Well, I figured like I don't have to force myself to play Borderlands and then record over it, with this episode and then post it on YouTube. I could play whatever game I want and then, you know, talk over it. I'm for the second episode, and I'm just gonna do that. It's not like I have to show you anything specific on Borderlands during this episode, so I just thought like, all right, I'm just gonna play the game that I got recently and I just enjoy the shit out of, and just talk over that. Remember, I only do this in one take, so if I fumble or make some weird noises or something, then probably not gonna cut that out because I couldn't be arsed to do that. I'm lazy. Y'all know that I'm lazy, so let's just get on with it. Anyways. Fifth DLC progression. I'm just gonna split it into two. I'm gonna first talk about what I've been doing, and then I'm gonna talk about what Sleepmaster's been doing. Well, let's just review the past month and just what can I say? Well, things have been going pretty smoothly. It's not like any spectacular things have happened on my end. I've just been doing myself, with the Heaven's Crown, and I do have to say, Heaven's Crown is shaping up to be a beautiful map. It's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, I can't really say much else than that. It's just a gorgeous looking map, and every day that I work on it, it just gets more and more beautiful. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I do have to say, with the Heaven's Crown, with the development, it's just been going steadily. It's not like I've been having like major, just like sudden days of major working on that part. It's not been like that. But yeah, overall the map is just looking good, and every time I do get to work on it, she just gets more and more beautiful. Let's just put it that way. Where's my salvager? There she is. What else do I want to talk about with the Heaven's Crown? Well, last thing I pretty much did with Heaven's Crown is I added 3 cloud layers to it. I do have to say that the pictures that you guys can see on the forum post of the 5th DLC are already really dated when it comes to the Heaven's Crown. And the Heaven's Crown has been going to some really progressive development, let's just put it that way. And yeah, she's just amazing. But adding those 3 cloud layers, whew, now that shaped the whole thing even better. I mean, she's absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, those 3 cloud layers, I don't know why it is, but those 3 cloud layers, just like, they're so simple, just cloud layers, but they just change it. It just changed the whole thing for the better. And I really like that. What else about Heaven's Crown? Well, yeah, she's just, apart from her being gorgeous and all, but and me adding cloud layers, there's nothing much else that I can say about the Heaven's Crown. And we're gonna go back to the scrap belt, the first map that I made. Sorry, I'm only doing one take. The scrap belt, I'm planning to give that little sucker duck quite the facelift. Scrap belt is gonna get a facelift. I mean, the reason why that is basically the scrap belt was the first map that I made after like years, and when I was making that map. Most of the time I was just trying to feel out, you know, it was me just trying out, like, okay, I got this area, you know, in my mind called the Dust Waste, and it's gonna be like a combination of the Sahara Desert with the Utah Desert monoliths, and how will this pan out? So I just started building the map, and I tried to shape it and form it as best as I could, you know, to try and get that feel, you know, of that desert and Sahara. Just try to, you sort of like, how should I put this, like, sort of make a reference model or something, just like to get a feel for my own, you know, idea. I was trying to get a feel for my own creation. That's basically what I did. And let's just say the thing with the scrap belt is that eventually, you know, it's not a standalone map. There will be maps gonna connect to it. And you've probably noticed when you're walking through the vanilla game of Borderlands, for example, how should I say this? Which map should I take as example? For example, when you're in Roscommons West, okay, you're walking around in Roscommons West, you can actually see the Roscommons East from the Roscommons West. It's basically what Gearbox did, is they made the Roscommons East and they made the Roscommons West, and then they already like combined them. But for example, when they were making the Roscommons West, they just added the Roscommons East on the side of it and they just stripped it. But just the general look of the Roscommons East is there as a vista for the Roscommons West. And I will have to do this as well, seeing as Black Gold Junction will connect to the scrap belt. Now, Black Gold Junction will be at all not visible from the scrap belt. But the thing is that is connected to Black Gold Junction is the dust waste, you know, the main area. That is going to be connected to, yeah, that's going to be connected to Black Gold Junction. And this dust waste will be a vast, like, insanely vast expanse of just desert. And I do have, I could actually better show it to you guys. Hold on. Let me just pop open Paint, and this is going to be looking very terrible, but at least it will get the point across. At least I hope I can get the point across, like what I got planned. So let's just, for example, really dull. This right here is the scrap belt, as she is now, and then here is Black Gold Junction. And here, this is where you start in the dust waste and basically start outside of the Black Gold Junction, and you'll have this little area here. And from this area, you can walk into Black Gold Junction. But the thing with Black Gold Junction is that you have a vast desert expanse called the dust waste, which will be connected here. It's going to be a super massive map, but, you know, seeing as it's right here, you should be able to, like, see that from, you know, the scrap belt. You should be able to see that, and, you know, seeing as I still haven't built this map, basically the vista that is around the scrap belt is just, like, temporal. I will have to change that, you know, according to what I will make here. But, you know, the other thing about the scrap belt and the Black Gold Junction is that you've noticed that there's a lot of rocks going on. I mean, we're talking about a desert here, a desert combined with the Utah, well, basically the Sahara Desert combined with the Utah Desert monoliths. That's basically the concept of the dust waste in general. But right here, you have this really strange looking fault of rocks in which Black Gold Junction and the scrap belt is located. It's basically what I thought of is like there is this rocky fault that goes through like through the desert on which, you know, the scrap belt and Black Gold Junction are built. But the problem that I have with the scrap belt right now is, for example, here on the edge, so on the side part of the scrap belt, the ending of the scrap belt is kind of really bland looking. It just, like, you have this really amazing intro part, you have this really amazing middle part, but the end part of the scrap belt is just like, huh, and that's it. And it doesn't really, this fault doesn't really continue after that. So what I want to do is I want to expand on the scrap belt. I want to make an area like this intro area. It basically goes from open to enclosed, and I want to make it open again. So I want to make this extra area that protrudes like this. Maybe like cut it into 2 layers, like you have a lower layer and an upper layer. And I do look, yeah, I just want to do that. And then I would like to try and see if I can continue like making this fault just go into the desert, basically continue off into the desert. And with this fault I want to make, because the thing is with the scrap belt, it basically looks like this if I am able to replicate it. If you have the actual map, it looks like you have the intro part, it looks like this. This is really raw, but it looks somewhat like this. This is the intro part, and then you have the cavern that looks something like this. Something like this. That's the cavern, and then you have an outside road here. Looks like so. And then you have an upper part which looks like this. Well, basically the outside part again. Like so. A little bit like this. And then you, of course, you have the top part basically going like this. This really big area that goes over the cave. And then you have this, well, basically the end area, which looks a little bit like this. But this is somewhat what the scrap belt looks like, and I'm not happy with this area, this last area. Basically, I want to expand it, like maybe like you have the lower area which goes like that. You just imagine this blue shit being gone, and then you can have like a split or something. You have this lower area, and you want to have this upper area, something like that, and maybe still have a connection here, something like this. And I just want to make sure that the vista. So, for example, if we draw the vista, which kind of looks like this right now, kind of looks like this, and just follows the line. Well, it kind of looks like this. I really hope that you guys can actually imagine what it looks like. But this vista, it kind of looks, if you put a rectangle over it, then you have a rectangle. It's kind of look rectangular, and there's no real, how should I put that, like outcrops that are, there are no real, oh whoops, there are no real like protrusion outcrops of the vista, just like making it look like a fault, look like a broken fault. I just want to create that. And yeah, so the scrap belt will probably get a facelift somewhere in the future where I built that. Yeah, sorry about that. There's some really bad drawing. People who have Photoshop skills like Spidey will be laughing his ass off right now, but at least I hope I could get the point across. And with, the Dust Waste itself, the big-ass map, which is going to be the desert, I would like to have something like this. I mean, look at this. Look at this game. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is just eye candy. Look at this shit. It's so beautiful. This is what I want. I know I can't, because I can't make something like this little sand ridge. I can't make that. I've tried, but you can't. With the tools that I have for UDK, I can't recreate that. Am I under fire? Oh no, my allies are under fire. Okay, We're still building. It's just no. Open up the weapon systems and create some scouts. 1, 2, 3.
We require additional logistics modules. Deploy
Oh, we need more logistics modules. All right.
Deploying field logistics module.
Those things can fire for themselves, right? Yeah.
Light attack vehicle online. Fleet logistics module out.
Alright, and then we can build some more.
Light attack vehicle in
But
service.
yeah, the reason why I went with the whole desert theme is because I don't know what it is about deserts, but I just love them. That's why I love Borderlands so much, you know, with the wasteland, just the absence of things that really intrigue me. And that I love about Borderlands, you know, I just love the absence of things and just this nothing. And I love that about this game, just this nothing, this well, you have these points like this, I mean, you have these fisted points, and I just love that, and I want to do that with at least my part of the DLC as well. I'm just rambling on now. Anyways, that's enough about what I've been up to. What has Sleepmaster been up to? Well, nothing much. Sleepmaster has not really been finding the time to do anything for the DLC, really, to be honest. And the reason why this is Sleepmaster's just been too goddamn busy with things. And yeah, I know it's kind of sad. I know it's sad that Sleepmaster's been like he's fed up with his work. He's just been working a lot lately, and he just doesn't have the time to do anything really with the DLC. And until wait a minute, you have a you don't inside of you. What the fuck? Anyway, let me see here. I'm doing this live, so I just I'm just gonna repair my vehicles.
Carrier repair systems online.
Anyway, sorry, I'm just drifting off topic here again, and shit, I'm drifting off on topic again. Goddamn railguns. Maybe I should build a couple of railguns as well. But Sleepmaster's just not really been doing anything for the DLC as of late because he's just been too busy with work. Although a few days ago he contacted me saying that he was working on something. He just had this sudden burst of inspiration, and he just said like, "Alright, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it, but I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing." So Sleepmaster, I don't know, he's working on something, but I have absolutely got no idea what he's working on. He want to keep it a secret from me, but he says that I will like it. So Sleepmaster, surprise me, baby, surprise me. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to talk about. That's all I wanted to say about the DLC and what has been going on. So I hope it informed y'all a little bit, and yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I did a good thing, but you know, I'm doing this live, and I'm not gonna do a second take because I'm too lazy for that. It was pretty hard for me to bring myself to actually talk, because you know, lately I've been just not in the mood for any, just freaking, just I don't know, I just can't get my ass to do anything really, and it's just sad, you know. Oh well. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about what's going on in the 5th DLC. It's just not a lot right now. It's just, well, just moderate sets of activity. I'm just doing my thing. You know, every week I work a little bit on the Heaven's Crown, but it's not like I'm excessively super beefed up. I need to work on. No, not like that at all. I'm just doing things. Anyways, I'm rambling on again. Sorry guys. This is the Canva Dutchman signing off.